The Islamic Republic has announced that Mojtaba Khamenei, the son of Ali Khamenei, has been elected as the third leader of the Islamic Republic. Iran International reported 6 days ago that the Assembly of Experts voted for Mojtaba Khamenei under pressure from the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. But who is he and what are his thoughts? Mojtaba Khamenei reports. An unexciting magic show in Tehran, Khamenei superseding Khamenei. The official introduction of Mojtaba as the appointed leader of the IRGC. Warmonger, enamored with fabricating moral cases against opponents, devoted to repression and slaughter, and a man for all seasons of corruption in the Islamic Republic. From multi-billion-dollar investments in South Africa to the acquisition of expensive properties and hotels in Europe, accused of involvement in his father's assassination, and now the primary target of assassination by Israel and the United States. A young leader for a few days or perhaps a few hours. Who is Mojtaba Khamenei?
الان اعلام کردن با رأی قاطع مجلس خبرگان حضرت آیت الله العظما سید مجتبی خامنه‌ای.
A grand street show to announce the succession of Mojtaba Khamenei as the third leader of the Islamic Republic, a news that Iran International revealed 6 days earlier, citing various sources, stating that he was chosen under pressure from the IRGC to conclude one of the most intelligence-driven and bloody political projects of the Islamic Republic, perhaps in the last days of the regime. But who is Mojtaba Khamenei, and why could his leadership accelerate the death of the Islamic Republic? The most political son of Khamenei was born on June 7, 1968, in Mashhad. He is the second son of the former leader after Mustafa, whose name has been mentioned in political circles for nearly 2 decades. During the Iran-Iraq War, when his father was less present in the war as the then president, Mojtaba went to the front at the age of 17 and joined the 27th Muhammad Rasulullah Division. In the first hours of Mojtaba's introduction as the leader of the regime, the Islamic Republic mythologized about his presence in the front line. However, Mojtaba never went to the front lines, with Khamenei claiming that if he were captured, it would be bad for the regime. But he did not miss out on war spoils and forged friendships in the Habib battalion with several figures from the IRGC who, after the war, showed an endless lust for power. The Taeb brothers to Mohammad Kosari and General Hossein Nejad, whose real name is Zibai Nejad. The Habib Battalion Circle was Mojtaba Khamenei's path in rising to power, aided by a group of zealots and notable figures. Mojtaba's first political appearance, albeit behind the scenes, dates back to 2005, when he, with the help of the Basij army, under the command of Hossein Taeb, put Mehdi Karoubi to sleep and sent Ahmadinejad to the presidency. Although Mohammad Sarafraz, the former head of the state radio and television, revealed that Mojtaba found his way into politics in 1997. When Mr. Khatami became president, there were suggestions for extensive meetings with various people, including those from the IRGC, from other places, and Mr. Mojtaba himself sometimes later participated in those meetings. In 2009, he commanded the suppression of protesters against election fraud, and some sources even said that Judge Mortazavi arrested detainees and sent them to Kahrizak with his permission. A few months later, Hossein Taeb was promoted as the Undersecretary for Intelligence of the IRGC and later the Secretary of IRGC Intelligence Organization to serve Mojtaba's succession project by removing rivals one by one from the field with a focus on the corruption of regime officials and with the help of character assassinations, which apparently Khamenei's son was very keen on. Taeb always had a wealth of reports about meetings that various political groups held, and part of it was about the private lives of individuals. Mr. Mojtaba himself was also very interested in such reports, whether obtained through eavesdropping, infiltration or various other means. During 16 years, all of Mojtaba's rivals were eliminated, either as a result of manipulated trials or through supposedly natural accidents, or by the leverage of the Guardian Council, a project that even led to the conspiracy to assassinate Khamenei. In a confidential document published by WikiLeaks, after a devastating explosion in Bidgane on November 23, 2011, which resulted in the death of Hassan Tehrani Moqaddam, the father of the regime's missile program, and dozens of other IRGC members, Khamenei ordered that his guards and even his son Mojtaba be interrogated, as they were supposed to take Khamenei for a visit to Bidgane. It has been stated in official platforms that the Assembly of Experts has chosen Mojtaba, a group of clerics and elders who either suffer from Alzheimer's or, as one government cleric said, need continence pads. The head of the Assembly of Experts, Mr. Movahedi, whom we greatly respect, he needs a few people to prepare him to come to the session. Not only does he have Alzheimer's, but he's in a wheelchair, and if someone talks to him now, he forgets. How can I put it? He needs people to assist him with his activities of daily living and manage his affairs. Do you really think this is right? An assembly whose members were actually chosen by Mojtaba and his father through engineered elections. The head of this assembly was elected with only 778,000 votes, meaning with the votes of less than 8% of eligible voters. Although Mojtaba is actually the chosen one of the IRGC, an ideological ally, and of course a companion to the widespread corruption of the IRGC commanders. According to a confidential document published by WikiLeaks, a member of Mahmoud Taleghani's family revealed that Mojtaba, along with his brother Mustafa, invested tens of billions of dollars in heavy industries in South Africa, of course through middlemen. Mojtaba owns dozens of luxury villas in London and several expensive hotels in Frankfurt. Ali Ansari, the owner of the Ayande Bank and involved in major economic corruption, embezzled tens of billions of dollars from the Iranian Central Bank, which is essentially the people's money, and amassed wealth for Mojtaba Khamenei in Europe. Nevertheless, Khamenei's head of office had previously claimed that Mojtaba lives in a rented house. Now, at the age of 56, he has become the third leader of the regime, a person who is an extreme warmonger and conspiracy-oriented. Shahzad Mirgholi Khan, a former inspector of the broadcasting service of the Islamic Republic of Iran, revealed that Mojtaba, in a meeting with her, even considered the late Sultan Qaboos of Oman, an old ally of Islamic Republic, as a British agent. After Mojtaba's election, the Fatemiyun Brigade, a group of Shia Afghan militia supported by the Islamic Republic, congratulated him. The new leader of the Islamic Republic is vehemently anti-Israeli and a staunch supporter of the resistance front. According to a confidential document from WikiLeaks, a foreign ministry official has revealed that he has had disagreements with Mahmoud Ahmadinejad on this matter since 2010. According to this document, Khamenei's son managed arms deals in exchange for drugs with the Taliban. Mojtaba is now riding the steed of power without having a single day's experience of running even a supermarket. Even part of the photos released of him on Sunday night are AI generated. Instead, he has years of experience in suppressing and killing domestic protesters and supporting confrontation with the US and Israel. And since Sunday night, his name has appeared on missiles launched at Israel. The same one whose father, wife, sister, mother and child were killed in the attacks on the first day of the war, and he himself, according to news reports, was injured. But before he avenges the blood of his family, Israel has identified him as its #1 target for assassination. The Israeli defense minister stated that the army would kill anyone who succeeds Khamenei. Trump has also spoken of a similar plan. Serious threats that have led some analysts to predict a fate similar to that of Hassan Nasrallah's successor for him. For now, the IRGC is fully engaged in positioning Mojtaba in place of Ali Khamenei, a cleric who overnight became a Grand Ayatollah and then was promoted to the position of His Excellency and self-proclaimed deputy of the 12th Imam of the Shiites. But for the people, he was a bloodthirsty dictator, a man who ultimately became a mouse in the minds of his opponents. Now his son has taken his place as the leader of the Islamic Republic until further notice, for a few hours, a few days, or a few months. Mojtaba Khamenei in London.